Hey guys, Joel's coming at you with another reasoning session, and today I'm going to be talking about stepping up into your calling as you tap into Source.
Come now and let us reason together. Come now, we can talk it over.
Now, I mentioned this in a couple of my videos before this. YouTube is really playing games with the algorithm and shadow banning. So I'm going to be posting these videos on Rumble as well as on Zapit. So if you like the videos, you can follow me on there. Links are down in the description so you can check that out. But I'm just going to jump right into the content today. So what is the magnitude of our calling when we actually step into Source? Mind you, the entire scriptures exemplify what people do when they tap into their calling, and Source really is able to manifest through them their destiny. But I'm just going to go over a couple verses that actually talk about the description of this. In Paul's epistle to the church of Ephesus, he says that the God of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of glory, may give unto you the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him. So once you acknowledge Source, this is what will happen. The eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that you may know what is the hope of his calling, and what the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints, and what is the exceeding greatness of his power to usward who believe, according to the working of his mighty power. And in his first epistle to the church at Corinth, he writes, But as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man, the things which God has prepared for them that love him. But God has revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searches all things, yea, the deep things of God. And this is a direct quote from the prophet Isaiah, who also said, For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says Yahweh. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So we're literally talking about the infinite source of all things. As egos, we can't imagine the grandeur or the magnitude of what our destiny may be. But Source has a destiny for each of us that far outweighs anything our egos could comprehend or even try to fathom, based on the perspective that we've given it in this time-space reality. Source has a bird's eye view, literally the apex of this universe's view, and can see all things, how all circumstances will line up, and how all situations unfold to bring you to that fulfilled end. In his first epistle to the church at Thessalonica, Paul writes, And the very God of peace sanctify you wholly, and I pray God your whole spirit and soul and body be preserved blameless unto the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. Faithful is he that calls you, who will also do it. Do what? That is to fulfill his call by keeping you separate and fulfilling your destiny in you. And when you do tap into Source, you'll have that same spirit, that same essence that was in Jesus when he quoted the prophet Isaiah and said, The Spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because Yahweh has anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahweh, that he might be glorified. And they shall build the old wastes, they shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations. And that's literally what we're heading into. Not just the rebuilding of the society that's been downtrodden and manipulated and controlled by, these crazy people for generations, but we're talking about actually freeing the hostages that are blinded by these things, the fetters that hold them back in that hamster wheel. We're deserving of much more than that. And we've been born at this specific time for such a calling and such a purpose as this, to actually shine our light and influence others, break the shackles of those around us so that we can expand the bubbles of the reality that we perceive and literally create a utopia around us that will continually expand and literally manifest the kingdom age on this earth. We are here as agents of the kingdom of heaven to bring that system into a reality in this physical earth plane. And I just want to close with this one. It comes from the oracles of Irmiyahu from the 29th chapter, where Yahweh is telling him about the exile in Babylon and how after 70 years he is going to come back to them and they are going to return to the promised land. And he says, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall you call upon me, and you shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And you shall seek me and find me when you shall search for me with all your heart." So tap into source today, be on the leading edge, and you too can be part of manifesting your best life yet and your dream reality, not just around you for yourself, but for all of the people around you. And we can literally move into a new way of doing things together. So I love you guys. I'll check you in the next reasoning sesh. Joel signing out once again. Agape, Salaam, Namaste. Shalom.